Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Special Region Yogyakarta, Indonesia. On behalf of Golden Tour and Travel, I would like to say thank you for choosing our service. First of all, let me introduce myself and our. My name is Muhammad Rafi Rifda Fadilah, or you can call me Rafi as your tour guide, Mr. Adam as your professional driver, and Mr. Arif as your co-driver. Our itinerary today is after you arrive at Yogyakarta International Airport, we will go straight to Grand Mercure Yogyakarta Hotel and check in. In Grand Mercure Hotel, you can rest after the flight, unpack your things, and have a free time in the hotel. I hope you will enjoy this tour and please let me know if you have anything to ask. So, are you guys ready? Okay, let's go, Mr. Adam. So, Jogja is a capital city of special region of Yogyakarta in Indonesia. On the island of Java, as the only Indonesian royal city still ruled by a monarch, Yogyakarta is regarded as an important center for classical Japanese fine arts and culture, such as ballet, batik textile, drama, literature, music, poetry, silversmithing, visual arts, and wayang puppet. Renowned as a center of Indonesian education, Yogyakarta is home to a large student population and dozens of schools and universities, including Gajah Mada University, the country's largest institute of higher education and one of its most prestigious. Yogyakarta is the capital of the Yogyakarta Sultanate and served as the Indonesian capital from 1946 to 1948 during the Indonesian National Revolution, with Gedung Agung as the president office. One of the districts in southern Yogyakarta, Kota Gede, was the capital of the Mataram Sultanate between 1587 and 1613. There are caution or apparel in public area that you have to know and obey. First, you have to wear your mask wherever you go. Second, do not litter and then take care of your own belongings from the pick. I will also give you an information about recommended place for tourist destination. I have so many recommendations of tourism objects in Yogyakarta, such as Jalan Laksada Adip Sucipto, Yogyakarta Monument, Jalan Malioboro, Alun-Alun Yogyakarta, 80. The hotel we are going is located in the heart of Yogyakarta. It is five-star hotel with big swimming pool, gym, lounge, restaurant, and bar. You can see big view of Yogyakarta throughout the window. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, we will arrive at Grand Mercure Yogyakarta Hotel. Transfer in going to be ended soon. Tomorrow itinerary is visiting Yogyakarta Monument, Jalan Malioboro, Alun-Alun Utara Yogyakarta. Don't forget to check your personal belongings before leaving and step carefully. Thank you for using our service and see you.
Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's your sleep?
Thank you for asking. I will sleep last night.
That's good. And how about the breakfast?
The breakfast was good and I ate chicken porridge and also scrambled egg.
Well, on behalf of Golden Tour and Travel, I'd like to welcome you all to Yogyakarta Sightseeing Tour. And thank you for using our service. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Gusti Ayuma Digenta Divadanti Tamita, but you can call me Divadanti. Here I am as your guide today and I will accompany you during this tour. Our itinerary for today is we will go to see the Yogyakarta Monument, which is very famous as a historical landmark. And then after seeing the Yogyakarta Monument, we will pass the Malioboro Street, which is famous for its strategic location because it is located in the heart of the city of Yogyakarta. Then we will also see the twin banyan trees in the north square of Yogyakarta. So are you guys ready for today's trip? Okay, let's go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we see the Yogyakarta Monument, we will pass the Laksda Adi Sucipto Street. The name of this street is taken from the name of a national Indonesian hero, Agustinus Adi Sucipto, who was born on July 4th, 1916 in the city of Salatiga. It was said that Adi Sucipto was an intelligent person, so he continued his study by taking medical school. But his love for the world of aerospace has turned his intention to become a doctor. Therefore, he applied to a flight school located in Kalijati until he succeeded in obtaining a top-level flight brevet. After Indonesia won a fierce battle against the Netherlands and Japan, Adi Sucipto joined the Indonesian Air Force or AURI, and his expertise in piloting the plane made him appointed as a chief of staff at the Air Force. In 1947, during the Dutch military aggression one, where the Dutch wanted to colonize Indonesia again, Adi Sucipto was ordered to fly to India in an effort to take medical assistance provided by the Malaya and Indian Red Cross. But unfortunately, on the way with lots of medicine being transported to be given to the people, the plane piloted by Adi Sucipto, Abdul Rahman Saleh, Adi Sumarno, and F. Agami had an accident due to a bullet fired by two Dutch P-40 planes. In that fateful incident, an Indonesian airplane caught fire and all of the crew died except F. Agami. He was buried in the Kanchan 1 and 2 public cemeteries, which were later moved to the Struggle Monument in Ngoto Village, Bantul, Yogyakarta. Thanks to his service, Adi Sucipto won the title of Father of Indonesian Aviation and the title of National Hero. Now, the name of Adi Sucipto is used in street names as well as Yogyakarta International Airport itself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on your right side, there is a monument that is dominated by white and a little gold. The monument is called the Yogyakarta Monument. Tugu Jogja was built around 1 year after the construction of Yogyakarta Kingdom. At the early time of its construction, it clearly described the philosophy of the unity of God's creatures. That means the spirit of togetherness of lay people and authorities to fight colonials. In Javanese term, the spirit of togetherness is called Golong Gilik. That is clearly described in the construction of the monument. The pole is gilik or cylinder form, and the top part is golong or rounded part. This monument was known as Tugu Golong Gilik. But everything changed in 1867. A big earthquake rocked Yogyakarta and ruined the monument. The collapse of the monument was the transition time when the unity was not really reflected on the monument. The situation changed totally when Dutch government renovated the monument. The top portion is no longer rounded, but a pointed cone. As you guys can see, like this. The height of the monument is also lower, around 15 meters. Since then, this monument was also called Tugu Palputih or Tugu Yogyakarta. Thus, this monument has a symbolic value that is magical because when we see from the Yogyakarta Palace to the north, this monument forms a straight line towards the peak of Mount Merapi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are at Malioboro Street. Malioboro Street is a special unique area in Yogyakarta. It is one of the 3 roads in Yogyakarta city that stretch from Yogyakarta Monument to the Yogyakarta Post Office intersection. Overall, it consists of Margo Utomo Street, Malioboro Street, and Margo Mulyo Street. Malioboro started to be crowded in the colonial era of 1790 when the Dutch government built the Vredenburg Fort at the southern end of this road. After that, Malioboro grew rapidly due to trade between the Dutch and Tionghoa traders. Some say that the name Malioboro derives from the name of the British governor Marlborough from the era when Britain ruled the archipelago between 1811 until 1816. Malioboro Street also has an important role in the struggle for Indonesian independence. On the south side of Malioboro Street, there was a fierce battle between Indonesian fighters and Dutch colonial troops who wanted to take over Yogyakarta, which was known as the General Attack of March 1, 1949. Malioboro Street is very famous for street vendors selling Yogyakarta handicraft souvenirs and lesehan stall at night that sell Yogyakarta specialty. And lesehan is a condition where a person sits on the floor without a chair. Malioboro is also famous as a gathering place for artists who often express their abilities, such as playing music, painting, silent art, pantomime, and other along this path. The Malioboro area will continue to be busy until evening, when the stalls will appear, which are always full of visitors. The atmosphere is very unique and only exists in Malioboro. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are in the North Square area of Yogyakarta. North Square of Yogyakarta City, or in Japanese often called Alun-Alun Lor, is a field area located in the center of Yogyakarta City. It is called North Square or Lor because its location is north of the Yogyakarta Palace. One of the uniqueness of the North Square is the presence of two large banyan trees in the middle of the square. These two banyan trees are named after Kiai Dewandaru and Kiai Wijayandaru trees. Kiai Dewandaru comes from the word Dewa, which means God, and Daru, which means revelation. This tree is to the west of the philosophical axis line with the Gede Mosque. This tree illustrates the relationship between humans and their God. This placement is a manifestation of Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono I intelligently described the Islamic concept of Hablu Minallah. Meanwhile, Kiai Wijayandaru, which means Tree of Men, together with Beringharjo Market, are on the east side of the philosophical axis. This symbolizes the relationship between humans and humans as an Islamic concept of Hablu Minanas. Also, some sources say that in the past, the surface of the square was fine sand, which was suitable as a training ground for soldiers as well as to show their prowess in front of the Sultan. The Sultan sat on Siti Hinggil, which is the front of the palace, which has a higher surface to see the attraction of his soldiers. However, at this time, Lor Square has become a public space that can be used by everyone. Here you can find various kinds of street vendors who surround the square from morning to night. At certain times, there are seasonal events such as the Sekaten Fair, the Grebek Maulid Nabi celebration, and other palace ceremonies. Well, are you interested in capturing this moment in the North Square of Yogyakarta? Well, I will give you 15 minutes to take picture and enjoy your time around the square. If it's finished, we can gather here again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's Yogyakarta sightseeing tour will end, and in a few minutes, we will arrive at the hotel. Thank you for participating in today's tour. Don't forget to tell your family and friends how fun it was to visit the city of Yogyakarta. I apologize if there are any mistakes while guiding this tour. Please pay attention to your steps when getting out of the bus and pay attention to your luggage so you don't miss it. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's your sleep? On behalf of Golden Tour and Travel, welcome to Yogyakarta Hadiningrat Palace, and thank you for choosing our services. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Titi Ayuhirawati, or you can call me Titi. I'm here as your guide. Our itinerary today is to tour around the palace and see the greatness and diversity of culture inside. I hope that you can enjoy the tour and also comply with the rules that apply here. Thank you. Before we start, if you have any question or request, feel free to let me know so I can answer your question or help with your request. Any question? If not, let's start. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the history of Yogyakarta Hadiningrat Sultanate. At the end of the 16th century, there was an Islamic kingdom in the central South Java area called Mataram, but the authority of the kingdom was disturbed due to an attack from the Dutch. Finally, a movement against invaders emerged, led by Prince Mangkubumi. To stop the war, the Gianti Party or Palihan Nagari was held. This agreement contained that the Mataram kingdom is divided into two. First, the Surakarta Hadiningrat Sultanate, and second, the Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat Sultanate. But the area of Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat Sultanate is more advanced because he opened a new capital in Paberingan Forest. At that time, the Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat Sultanate was led by Sultan Hamengkubuwono I. The capital city of the kingdom was named Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat, and the landscape was completed on October 7, 1956. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first building complex, namely Pagelaran City Hinggil Lor. The Pagelaran area is in the front area of Yogyakarta Palace. The function of the Pagelaran was used by the Abdi Dalam to face the Sultan when there was a ceremony. We can see that on this side there is a Sultan's throne which is used when attending a ceremony. But now this area is used for various cultural events and tourist activities. While in the City Hinggil Lor section, it was formerly used as a place to hold official palace ceremonies. City Hinggil itself comes from the Javanese language. City means land and Hinggil, which means high. Therefore, this place is an elevated area. In addition, here we can see various kinds of Sultanate symbols, heirlooms, and also traditional musical instruments, such as gamelan. Let's proceed to our next area. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kamandungan Lor. This area is also called Plantaran Kebun because there are several large kebun trees. Formerly, Kamandungan Lor was used as a place for the trial of execution of convicted convicts. This court was directly presided over by the Sultan. However, this place is now used to carry out the traditional ceremonies such as Gerebek and Sekaten. Does anybody know about this traditional ceremony? Well, Gerebek ceremony was the idea of Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono I, with the initial aim of spreading the teachings of Islam in Central Java. Gerebek itself is a traditional ceremony to celebrate two Islamic religions holidays, namely Eid al-Fitr with the name of the Gerebek Shawwal ceremony and Eid al-Adha with the name of the Great Gerebek ceremony, while Sekaten is only celebrated once, namely when the birth of the Prophet Muhammad or Maulid Nabi. But all three have the same ceremonial elements, namely gunungan. Gunungan is a pile of wood in large quantities and comes from various kinds of crops that are paraded around the city of Yogyakarta as a symbol of prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next area. Welcome to the next building complex, namely Sri Mangati. In this complex, there are two main buildings, namely in the west, there is Sri Mangati Ward. This ward is in the form of a courtyard, which is used as a place to hold traditional dance performances for guests or tourists. Then, to the east of the Sri Mangati building complex, there is the Trajumas Ward, which is used to store heirlooms belonging to the Yogyakarta Palace.
Ms. Titi, I want to ask what the traditional dance are usually performing here?
Usually, they perform the Bedoyo Golek Ayun-Ayun dance. This dance means a girl growing up who likes to make up herself. The Bedoyo Golek Ayun-Ayun dance contains philosophical and aesthetic meanings that we can see from its movement. The purpose of this dance is to welcome guests of honor and also to fill major royal events that are danced by two or more people. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next area. Welcome to Kedaton Complex. This building complex is the core of building of the Yogyakarta Palace, and also the area that has the highest hierarchy because in this building complex, there is a Sultan's residence, which unfortunately we cannot visit. But there are 4 museums that we will visit. Let's go. Welcome to the first museum, the Hamengkubuwono IX Museum. In this museum, we can see the relics of Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono IX, such as photos, certificates, medals, his street clothes, his toy collection when he was a child, the camera that he often used, and some letters, important letters of the Sultanate when he was still serving as a sultan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next area. Welcome to the second museum, the Batik Museum. This museum holds a large collection of traditional Yogyakarta batik, batik puppets, masks with batik patterns, carvings and materials for making batik, as well as old bicycles that were once used as a mode of delivering batik equipment. These objects are relics from the days of Hamengkubuwono VIII to Hamengkubuwono X. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next area. Welcome to the third museum, the Crystal Museum. In this museum, we can see the Keraton's crystal collection, such as ordinary crystal, vases, jars, various table decoration made of crystal, including ornaments. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next area. Welcome to the last museum, the Painting Museum. In this museum, we can see there are certainly various paintings and photos of the Sultan who were once served and his family. As we can see together, this painting is a photo of Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono V, and next to it is a photo of him and his family. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our museum tour. Let's proceed to the next area. Welcome to the next building complex, namely Kemagangan. In this building complex, there are 3 wards that we can visit. The first is the Kemagangan ward, which used to function as a place for Abdi Dalam practice. The second ward, named Panti Pareden, as a place for making gunungan for the grebek ceremony. And the last is Pachaosan ward, which is used as a place for guard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next area, which is our last area. Now we are already in the last part of the building complex, called Siti Hinggil Kidul. This place was previously used by the Sultan to monitor some of the field activities of his employees. In addition, this place is also used for rehearsal for the soldier of the palace and Abdi Dalam during the traditional grebek and palace ceremonies. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is hard to believe that our journey has to come to an end. Our tour at Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat Palace is over. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and do not forget to tell your family and friends of how beautiful Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat Palace is. Thank you for visiting Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat Palace. See you on your next trip.
Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
How was your sleep last night?
It was good.
I hope you all sleep very well. How about your breakfast?
The food was delicious and I really enjoyed.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, have you pulled off your baggage and checked all of your belongings in your room?
Yes, we have done that.
Since you guys already checked it, I wish there won't be any left behind, and I remind you, if you still have any personal expenses, please come to the receptionist and finalize it.
Don't worry, we all have finalists a few minutes ago.
Awesome. Well, please go on our bus, the blue one in the corner of this hotel, and we prepare to leave for Adi Sucipto International Airport. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, to Golden Tour and Travel. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Syahdan Muhammad Irfan, and you can call me Adam. Here I am today as your guide, and I will assist you for this transfer out. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are leaving from Grand Mercure Hotel, and please fasten your seatbelt. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are at Laksda Adi Sucipto Street, and on your right side, you can see Sunan Kalijaga State Islamic University. Sunan Kalijaga State Islamic University is the first state Islamic college in Indonesia. The name Sunan Kalijaga was taken from one of the group that spread Islam in Java, Wali Songo, namely Sunan Kalijaga.
Wow, that's a big campus. I heard that Yogyakarta is a student city. Is that name given because there are many universities in Yogyakarta?
That's correct. Almost 20% of the population in Yogyakarta are students. There are approximately 137 universities in Yogyakarta.
No wonder. Yogyakarta is very suitable for students, and the living cost here is pretty low, and the atmosphere is very comfy.
Ladies and gentlemen, now on your left it is Plaza Ambarukmo. Plaza Ambarukmo is a family shopping center in Yogyakarta, which was founded in 2006. This mall consists of 7 floors divided into shopping area with more than 230 tenants and a very large parking area. Plaza Ambarukmo was built with a blend of classical Japanese architectural concept and luxurious modern interior design.
The mall looks very crowded. The place must be quite famous. I hope next time I can visit there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are at the Solo Yogyakarta Street. This street is very busy, filled with souvenir shops. If you look on your right and left, there are lots of shops selling Yogyakarta food, clothes, and handicraft. Currently, we are quite close to Adi Sucipto. Ladies and gentlemen, before we arrive at the airport, I ask your tour guide would like to thank you very much for trusting my service as your tour guide, and I have a few questionnaire that I ask you to fill out. I will share this questionnaire now and return when we get to the airport.
Sure, to be honest, this tour service is the best service I ever had. I will continue to use the service of the Golden Tour and Travel, and I hope we can meet next time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are really appreciated that.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, there's another one. Before arrive at the airport, do you want to give our service any suggestion?
A suggestion for me, I'm very pleased because from yesterday, I got a lot of new knowledge about the history of various tourist objects in Yogyakarta, such as the Yogyakarta Hadiningrat Palace, Yogyakarta Monument, and Malioboro Street, and many more others. The guide explained it in great detail. However, I have criticism and suggestion. First of all, I think the guide explained is in very heavy language. So I hope that in the future the guide can explain in lighter language. I also feel that the time given for the toilet stop is only brief. Therefore, there must be additional time for the convention of tourists. But overall, everything is already perfect.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm appreciated so much for your suggestion. We will do better for the next tour. In a few minutes, we will arrive at Adi Sucipto. Please step out from the bus carefully and keep walking to the entrance. Make sure nothing of your personal belongings are left behind. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please enter the departure gate and check in the planes as well as check in baggage. After getting the tickets, please go to the CityLink gate for inspection. After everything is done, you just have to wait for the plane to board in the waiting room. Please finish any shopping or food and drinks and be at the boarding gate at least 30 minutes before the departure time.
All right, thank you, Mr. Adam.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this tour. Don't forget to tell your family and friends how beautiful Yogyakarta is. On behalf of Golden Tour and Travel, I would like to apologize for the inconvenience Have a nice flight home, and I would like to thank you very much for using our service, and see you later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.